What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another daily news update, another transfer update because it is season. It doesn't really feel as one for us because it's not that we are actually actively looking at players to come in and improve immediate needs, even mid-season, to help out Allegri and actually push for this title and give him some, more options, I guess. By the looks of it, we are looking to move players out, out of the door, and that's something probably nobody was expecting. When we talked about all these things, let's say a good month and a half, 2 months ago, I think, with all the news, Hoiberg and Phillips, uh, it all disappeared. But we're gonna talk about Kean. We're gonna talk about Junior as well. So stay tuned for that. Before I do that, hit that like button. Let's set a goal for this video for 75 likes. That should be very easy to reach because a lot of people are helping out. So thanks for that. So hit that like button and let's get straight into what has been this far a very weird transfer window. We start off with Kean because that is the news that's dominating. I put up Romeo's news quote. So he said the chances of Kean leaving in January, increases significantly. Mons are still insisting. Fiorentina are interested. Sky Sports saying he's not really open to joining. Nico Schira saying he's looking at options at abroad, not really at Monza. Juve gave their okay for him to join Monza, and he's still looking at Fiorentina as well. So a lot of confusing news, but what's consistent is that a loan move is on the board, and it's more likely at this moment in time that he will leave on loan rather than him staying. And if I told you this a good month ago, you would tell me, what are you talking about? Like, Kean leaving on loan? Why is that a topic? Why is that a discussion? Why is that a point? And I would say you would have been right because this comes out of nowhere. And with out of nowhere is we weren't expecting to see Yildiz, and I think that's the tipping point, and it still remains extremely strange to me. Um, this is what you do with Huijsen. Oh, he needs to improve. He's just around the block. Just loan him out and get some minutes. Sule, at the start of the season, but mid-season, loaning out Moise Kean to Fiorentina or Monza sits very weird with me. We're gonna renew his deal if he leaves because he has only 1 year left after the end of this season, basically. So we're gonna renew his deal to keep his value high. But I'm just looking at it and I'm like, surely he's sitting there and looking at the situation and thinking, man, they sold me a couple of years ago and I went to Everton. I flopped. Like, it was a flop. I go to PSG. I do well. They buy me back for a lot of money, and 2 years and a half in, and I'm nowhere near to claim a starting position. He's nowhere near. Like, he has always been a rotation player ever since he joined the club, and like, for me, it's a worry when I look at him. I'm like, that's a lot of money for you to not pinning down or make a case for you to start really. Like, I know people say play him over Vlahovic. That's a no for me. That's just personal, obviously, because I don't think it's that black and white. Yeah, he should be playing over Vlahovic. You can say that, fair. That's your opinion. I'm talking from my personal view. I don't see that. And again, like, Yildiz took your place now, like in the packing order, and even Milik, which is, it shouldn't be happening. Like, you shouldn't be being overtaken by Milik if that's makes any sense. And he himself should be looking at himself and be like, how? Like, if I was him, I would tell my agent, find me a good opportunity to start over again with a coach who believes in me, and Allegri believes in him, but he believes in others more. And there is a lot of players out there, and potentially next season, maybe you have Sule coming back, and who knows who's going to leave, and still the clubs like go out on loan. I think it's just putting him in the shopping window. Get him some playing time, and let's see if we can move him on in the end of the season. That's the feeling I'm having. And if I was Kean, I would be looking at this. I'm like, okay, I'll leave alone, but at the end of the season, I'm gone. I need to get out of this situation. If he has any ambition, because he's not fighting for the starting position ever since he joined. And yeah, Morata, and like, we know what happened with the club, injuries with Dybala, and still he never pinned down that starting position. And I don't know, like 24, he will be 24. If I was him, I would have more ambition. So it's a very strange one. It comes out of nowhere. It really does. It feels like it's gonna happen, but still, like I cannot really wrap my head around him. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. Would you keep him? Will you just loan him out and bring him back, or are you like just try to move him on now or at the end of the season, just get it over with? So let me know in the comments, because like the opinions on this topic are so diverse. Like there's not a big portion saying this. Like it's very diverse, and I get why, but I'm from the opinion of, I think if I was him, I would be like, let me go. Now we need to see obviously what's going to happen in the summer with the other players. The other big news story is Ilan Jr. And we talked and talked and talked a lot about Junior, and we need to do it again because Nico Shira said Juve have open talks to try and extend Junior's contract until 2028, and that's big. That's big time. Just the news out there that the club is actually willing to renew his contract, because up to this point there is nothing. The only thing out there was he's gonna leave, and I'm still not sure he's gonna stay in January. I still have a weird feeling. But the news was he's going Tottenham, he's going Crystal Palace, but he's gone in the summer, in January. And I'm like, such a sad move. Like we've not seen enough of him. Like it feels like a waste. I don't know if he's gonna be a top player, a squad player, or none of the two I just mentioned. I don't know. But what I do know is we've not seen enough to make that, how do you want to say that, conclusion, and say he's not good enough. We've not seen enough. And I thought if you're going to move him up now, it's so sad. Like it's so sad because there is potential. I just want to see, can we unlock that potential, or is he just going to be one of those guys who are not really going to make it, you know? But this, I think, is fantastic news, because if you want to develop as a club, I think these are the players you should be keeping over a Kostic. Now, I get the financial aspect. Kostic, you're not going to get a lot of money for, and what you made, you already spent on him. It is what it is. Junior, on the other end, is going to be a lot of plusvalenza. So I get that situation. Like, I'm not blind to it. That's why I also think Sule is potentially leaving. That's why we linked with Anderson. So I get the entire dynamic of these things. But I'm like, if you watch him and Kostic and you think about the club's future, like you rather have a player like Junior in the team rather than Kostic for the next 3 years. That's just me personally. That's what I believe. That's what I think. And I can be completely wrong. Fine. I will hold out my hands if I'm wrong. But as of now, that's the feeling I have. And the links were very strange. Now, this is very good news. I'm not saying, or Nico Shira is not saying it's a done deal. He's going to sign until 28. He's not saying that. But I think it's a step in the right direction. Now we're going to hear and see, is the club serious about Junior? And is Junior looking at the club thinking, you believe in me and I believe in you guys. I'm going to stay here and we're going to make this work, you know, and let's see where we will end up. So that's all to be unfold in the next couple of months, I guess. The strange thing, there's more Junior news than Chiesa news lately. So that's a worrying thing as well, because again, another day, another non-news on Chiesa's renewal. Very strange, but I don't know. We will probably discuss it when it's too late, I guess, or it's too big to avoid, I think. But that's the daily. Thanks for joining. Like the video. Goal of the video, 75 likes. So hit that like button now. I will be live for a preview later today because we play tomorrow in the Coppa Italia against Frosinone. So we're going to preview that live. And yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys. Ciao.